Hi guys, today's topic of today is how to be perfect. Now, this is something that there's a reality to it, and I'm just going to flat out say the reality. Perfection isn't something that's actually real. It's impossible to ever achieve perfection. It's possible to embrace your flaws and to the point where you actually forget that you have any. That's definitely achievable. It's definitely achievable to change the way you look, to change things about yourself, but it's not possible to be perfect, especially the media's perception of perfect. Now, when it comes to the media's perception of perfect, the media's perception of perfect, it was taken from dozens and dozens of different people. They take specific parts from different people and they create this giant mega person. Now, not only do they create this false person by taking different aspects from different people, they also will have this drop dead gorgeous model in front of them, and then once the photo shoot's over, they're sitting there on a computer altering the person. They'll alter their leg length, they can make them longer, they can make them shorter, they can make them skinnier, they can make them fatter, they can make the skin flawless, they can whiten the teeth, and all that other stuff. They could give the person even more hair if they wanted to. So don't be so quick to be like, hey, I want to be the model in the magazine, because chances are all that altering that they did makes them not real. So just don't try and achieve perfection that isn't achievable. Now, this video is pretty much going to help you feel comfortable in your own skin, or at least embrace your flaws to the point where you don't even realize that you have any anymore. So just feel comfortable and help make yourself feel more comfortable. Um, I'm sorry that I'm rubbing my nose a lot. I'm just trying not to sneeze. First thing that I have to say is be yourself. When it comes to being yourself, that's the most important thing that you can do, because you don't want to pretend to be someone else and screw up, because it's impossible for you to screw up and be yourself. If you are pretending to be someone else, you are guaranteed to screw up. You're going to attract people that you don't even want there. Just be yourself. Get a group of, you're going to attract people that you want in your life that have things in common with you, rather than you pretending to be someone else and have people around you that have things in common with the person that you're pretending to be. And plus, once they realize that you're not actually how you are acting or how you say you are, they're not going to want to be around you. Once they find out, they're not going to want to be around you. So just be yourself. Another thing is have self-respect. Regardless of how you perceive yourself, if you perceive yourself as being fat or ugly or so on, never lose self-respect, because once you lose self-respect for yourself, no one's gonna have respect for you. I know this girl that she considered herself fat, she considered herself ugly, so she thought, hey, nobody cares about me, nobody loves me, nobody thinks I'm pretty, so why should I care? So then she went to drugs, she went to alcohol, she went into all these other things. She even lost self-respect for herself to the point where she let herself go and let guys take advantage of her, and it ruined her life. Things like that could ruin your life. You could overdose, you could just ruin your life. Let's leave it at that. You could get pregnant. And all those people that have no respect for you because they took advantage of you now, since you lost self-respect for yourself, they aren't going to be there if anything happens. They're not going to care if you drop dead, pretty much. So once you have self-respect, people are going to have respect for you and they're going to care about you. So don't lose self-respect for you regardless of how you perceive yourself. Another thing is, don't be afraid to go outside your comfort zone. You don't want to not go outside your comfort zone, because honestly, everyone in the world understands that going outside your comfort zone is hard. So once you actually go outside your comfort zone, they're going to have a lot of respect for you. They're going to give you some sick props. Like, for example, there's this guy that you normally don't have the balls to go up to and ask the guy out, but you finally went up to this guy, you asked him out. Regardless of if he says yes, regardless of if he says no, this guy is giving you props for having the balls to go up to him, regardless of how he even reacts. He gives you props for having the balls to go up to him, because that's something that's really hard to do. If you're a girl or a guy, it's hard for you to go outside your comfort zone and do things that you're not comfortable with, especially if it's something like asking someone out. Now, another thing is having good hygiene. Having good hygiene, that's just common sense. I don't think I have to go into detail with that. Take a shower, wear deodorant, brush your teeth, so on. Just, I don't think I have to go into detail with that. Another thing is be healthy. Especially if you perceive yourself as being fat or ugly or something like that, then you want to go on a diet, you want to lose weight, be healthy when you do it. Of course, you can lose weight, you can go on a diet and stuff like that, but make sure it's healthy. Like, say you're starting to exercise and you're doing things like insanity, or you're going to Zumba and you can't keep up. Take a break, take a breather, get some water, sit there for a little bit, then go back into it, because a lot of the people that are doing it, even in those exercise videos, or in Zumba or whatever you're doing, have been doing it a lot longer than you have, so they can keep up pace with it and they don't have to stop and take breaks. Everybody's body is different than yours. So don't be afraid to take breaks, because if you keep pushing yourself when you can't push yourself, you're going to hurt yourself to the point where you might not even be able to fix it. Another thing is, when it comes to being healthy, if you are going on a diet, make sure the diet's healthy, because you don't want to harm yourself, you don't want to end up in a hospital, you don't want to do anything like that. You want to have a good diet. I personally believe that you can eat anything you want as long as you take it into proportions. The only things that you shouldn't eat are things like McDonald's and stuff like that. If you like fast food, you can find a healthy alternative to fast food. You can make your own burger, a healthy burger. You could have French fries. You could make your own French fries, like, honestly. So just find healthy alternatives for it. You could eat anything you want as long as it's healthy. Eat it in proportion. Don't have it as much as you usually do. You can eat anything you want. That's my personal belief. But make sure that you're healthy when you are dieting. Don't reduce yourself to going to being bulimic or anorexic, because you could hurt your body beyond repair. And if once people find out that you're in the hospital with a feeding tube down your throat, they're gonna lose respect for you. They're gonna lose respect for you. Okay, maybe you show up to school if you're bulimic or anorexic, and they're like, "Oh my God, you lost so much weight, you look so good." But then when they find out that you're bulimic or anorexic, all that goes out the window. They think you're disgusting. Honestly, regardless of how skinny you are, and if they find out that you're bulimic, or they find out you're anorexic, or you're reducing yourself to doing any of those things in order to lose weight, they are going to think that's disgusting. Because it is disgusting doing that. It's very unhealthy. You're harming your body. You're practically killing yourself. Last thing that I really have to say is, don't invest in liposuction or any facial reconstructions or anything like that. Because, first of all, they could go wrong. If you go into liposuction, it's okay to go into liposuction if you're one of those people that can't work out, or you have a medical problem where you can't do any of those things and you might have to go into liposuction. That's fine. But if you're one of those people that are going into liposuction because you want to lose weight, don't do it, because that's stupid. Look at it this way. Once the liposuction's done, you have to work out, you have to diet in order to maintain it, right? So why don't you just diet and work out in the first place? Honestly, just don't invest thousands and thousands of dollars for something that you could actually achieve yourself. So, if you don't have a medical problem, don't get liposuction, do it yourself. Just work out, be healthy. If you still want to get liposuction, call up your doctor, find out if liposuction is right for you. Then call up a family member and ask them for their own personal opinion on the situation, and they'll be completely honest with you. Because you don't want to go into this yourself and have something go wrong, right? You don't want to go into it and make a mistake. And back to the facial reconstructions, you don't want to get facial reconstruction. Like, for example, I don't like my nose. I'm not going to go and get a nose job, because first of all, something could go wrong and I will hate my nose even more. I'll hate myself even more. I'll think I'm even uglier. I mean, I don't think I'm ugly. I think I'm average. I'm perfectly fine being average. There could be worse. But I'm not going to go and get a nose job and have the risk of things being worse than what they are. Not only